I think that we've all been through so many changes in our lives, and we've witnessed those changes. And I do think that I think we're all just getting older. So the
We are.
conversations become a little bit more pressing. You go through more heartbreaks.
Yeah.
Things just get harder as you age. And I think when we talk about Tom showing up for that dinner and even saying what he said on that panel, I think that's an indication of midlife. And we are in the thick of
Yeah.
midlife.
I think that's true. I think the older we get, you hopefully will realize what's important,
Mm-hmm.
and that it's all really just memories, moments that you have that you can share with people, the smiles, the something that's touching. I think it's important, and you don't realize. I wish I would have known this. I mean, hindsight's 2020, but like
Yeah.
when I was younger, that hey, remember this. This is cool. Like, look, walk on the set and go, I get to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think you get in your head, and sometimes it's ego, and sometimes it's youth and whatever, immaturity, and you're just kind of going through the motions. You're like, oh, we got to do this. Okay, we got to do it. But the more you pay attention to things and be
Mm-hmm.
present, and it's so cliche, and people, you should be present. It's like, especially with technology and everything,
Yep.
it's a really cool thing that you can just say, hey, I'm going to turn my phone off for an hour. Hey, I'm going to talk to someone and get to know something about them that I didn't know,
Yeah.
like we're doing now. So let's get into it. You said, we talked about health, and you're like, we could talk about it.
Yeah.
You're taking testosterone.
Yeah. I'm taking, so I'm 42. I turned 43 this year. That's right. Right. Yep. And I'm friends. Most of my closest girlfriends are a little bit older than me. So we're all right in the thick of those big perimenopausal shifts, hormonal shifts. And so I got my hormones tested, and on the whole, I'm pretty decent. Everything's typical. I'm noticing little changes, and I've been noticing them for a while. But my testosterone levels were low. And that happens, I think, I'm not an expert, I'm not a doctor, but I think that happens to all of us as we age, men and
Oh
women both, our
yes.
testosterone levels go down.
See, I didn't know that. I wasn't aware. I mean, I should be more educated, but I never really think about women taking testosterone. I always think of guys taking it and getting bulked up and getting this, and so, but I never really talked to a woman about it. So I love the.
I think women haven't spoken about it, and I don't know how much it's been researched. I know that it's more common now that women are having testosterone replacement therapy. And it's never a lot. Like a man needs quite a significant amount of testosterone. A woman does not, but we need some. And it is part of our, yes, muscle, our ability to build muscle, our ability to recover, our sexual health. All of those things are linked to testosterone. And again, I'm not an expert. This is my understanding based
Right.
on what I've been
Don't
told.
listen to her, but try to understand where she's coming from.
So I had noticed a bunch of things that I hadn't really, I mean, my sleep started to get wonky, and I'd always been a decent sleeper. I felt like I had a little bit more fuzziness, like brain foggy
Yeah.
fuzziness in just my daily existence. I decided to try it because I had other friends who had done this and said it had changed everything. It had made a huge difference.
It made a huge difference with you.
And it made a good difference with me. I wasn't my symptoms weren't so extreme as some of the women that I speak to about this, especially older women in their 50s, who've already probably gone through menopause. They're on the other side of it, and they're dealing with the effects on the other side of it because they're quite significant. But it made a big difference. Like I remember one day I was driving the car, and I was just like, whoa, I feel like I'm here. I feel like I am here in my car driving down the road. And I hadn't felt that way in a while. And it just felt like I was grasping at presence. Like we talk about presence. You need to be present for your life to feel like it isn't like blasting past you.
Yeah.
And I couldn't hold it. Not like I could when I was a teenager, and I didn't know what it was. But I think a part of it is perimenopause. These shifts really start to impact how you perceive your identity, how you move through the world, and how you experience it. So yeah, it's been it's been lovely for me, and I'll just keep monitoring where I'm at, and I'm really open to trying different things so that I can move through the transition in the best way possible for my body.
Do you inject yourself?
It's not an injection.
Oh, it's not. I inject
No.
myself once
Oh,
a
you
week.
have an injection.
Once a week, yeah,
Interesting.
with testosterone.
Yeah.
Just because
So,
I was a little low, so it just balances everything out.
yeah. No, it's not an injection, so that's good. I don't have to do that. A lot of what women are offered are gels and creams.
And you notice that it's weird. I'm going to put this gel on, and then after I do it for a week or two, I'm going to start feeling a difference. It's like it's hard to. It feels like for me, it's like an injection. Okay, this is going inside the bloodstream.
Right.
This is not that it's not with a balm or whatever, but hey, however, so you do that how many times a week?
Well, I kind of don't want to go into the details about the methods because what I'm doing is perhaps slightly. So listen, I'm also Canadian, and the American system is very different. So your regulatory system is different. So the options I have available to me in Canada are regulated differently than they are in America.
Sure.
And so if I get into the nitty gritty of it, I feel like maybe I'm doing a disservice to people who should just go talk to their doctors and figure out what the best course of action would be for them if they're feeling certain symptoms and they're at a certain age. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. You've always been in long relationships for the most part. You're not somebody who just dates for a month and then breaks up.
No.
You're someone who kind of connects with someone and it goes at least a year, a couple years.
Well, yeah. I mean, listen, it's mostly been 9 years. Just like I tend to do 9 years.
Yeah. What do you think is the most important thing? I mean, there are different components, but like for a healthy relationship, what do you look for in a relationship?
Oh gosh.
Like what's mandatory?
Communication. Communication is mandatory. Uh, a desire to build self-awareness, to use the relationship as a place from which to become better. Also shared values. I feel really that's important, and shared interests, because it's so easy to but not like completely the same, because you want to be able to come apart and come together and come apart and come together.
Like you don't have to read the same books. You don't have to watch the same movies. Somebody could like something else and you'd be like, okay, that's what you like.
But at the core, I feel like there's that, I didn't used to believe this, I believe this now. There's that like kind of intangible connection between individuals that happens mysteriously for reasons I don't understand. But beyond that, it has to be about communication and a willingness to be vulnerable and a willingness to go deep and to go there. Because for me, that's the point of relationships, is to enrich my life, to become a better person, and to feel the fullness of what it means to be human, which is both within the pain of being human and the joy of being human. And I feel like your primary relationships and your beloved, your lover, is another way to go deep in your life.
Yeah, I'm finding this out.
What do you mean?
No. I'm fine. I'm just in general. It's like every relationship is different, and you look back and you think, I wasn't really mature then. I didn't really know myself, and I didn't communicate as much as I should have, and